What is up, everybody? My name is Anthony with Let's Get These Certs. Today's topic is comparing and contrasting TCP UDP protocols. This will satisfy Objective 1.2 in the CISCO CCENT CCNA 100-105 ICND1 exam. Now, I just want to reiterate what the objective for this video is and ensure that we capture the entirety of the topic in this video and keep us on track for our certificate. So I will probably include this in future videos. And the main objective is just to get our heads wrapped around these TCP and UDP protocols and make sure that we know the difference for the test. And I know you watched the previous video and you're probably asking yourself, wait, what? Didn't we spend a lot of time on this last time? Honestly, the answer is yes. I really went too far in depth in the video and the topics and covered TCP and UDP maybe just a little bit too much. But hey, that's my passion for the subject, and I do like to ramble along on these videos. But it's good to refresh your memory and take a few moments to really drive home what they do. The question is, do you remember what layer TCP and UDP operate within? I'll give you a second. Layer 4. I know you guys guessed that. Congrats. So let's briefly talk about the functions of the transport layer just as a refresher, and then we'll dive into TCP IP or TCP UDP. So we have the service point addressing, and that's the transport layer header includes the service point address, which is the port address. This layer gets the message to the correct process on the computer, unlike the network layer, which gets each packet to the correct computer. Now, segmentation and reassembling also happen at the layer 4 level. A message is divided into segments. Each segment contains sequence numbers, which enables this layer to correctly process which enables this layer in reassembling the message. Messages is reassembled correctly upon arrival at the destination or replaces packets where they were lost in transmission. And we call that, I believe, flow control. So the next part is connection control. So that's when we start talking about TCP and UDP. Now, just as a refresher, TCP is a connection-oriented transport layer, and before delivering packets, the connection is made with the transport layer at the destination machine to ensure that they receive the packet. Once they receive that packet, then they will continue to send the packets back and forth. And the connectionless transport layer, or UDP, each segment is independent, and the end machine doesn't care. Well, the sending machine doesn't care if the end machine receives every one of the packets. It just sends it out. It's just like, hey, here's all my news. I'm just going to tell everybody. It's like one of those people who are on the side of the corner and they want to tell you that the world is ending. They're just sitting there talking to everybody, and they don't really care if everyone listens, just as long as at least the people who need to get the message are getting that message. I'm not saying the world is ending, but it is just a very good example of UDP in action. And I kind of briefly talked about flow control, spoiler alert. And this layer, that's when flow control is performed and end-to-end. And if you ever worked with Microsoft ever in your life and you decided to copy a file from one machine to another, then you are very familiar with something that we like to call Microsoft time. And Microsoft time is that fluctuating time where it says 1 minute, 1 second, 1 hour, 3 hours, 2 minutes, all within the span of like a few minutes. And that's because the originating computer is sending out a packet and it's waiting for the destination computer to say, hey, I got the package, and here's my acknowledgement of this package that you send. Please send me another. And then this process keeps going. And if a packet is lost, then it has to restart over, and it just gets kind of ugly. So that is why you see Microsoft time go up and down like that. It's because of flow control. And also in there is the error control. And the error control is performed end-to-end in this layer to ensure that the complete message arrives at the receiving transport layer without any error. So error correction is done through retransmission. That's what I'm talking about, flow control. So that's just a really brief overview of layer 4. I know we went over this really hard in the last video, so I don't want to beat a dead horse. And before I let you go, I'm really trying to standardize these videos. So an outro on this will be a little bit different than last time. One, because I had to re-record this because the audio was so bad. I feel so bad for the people who viewed the first recording of this. I am really taking my time now trying to run these through different applications and software so that I can get the audio where it should be. And we're slowly going down the path of CCNT, and the topics are soon to start getting a whole heck of a lot more interesting. But I have to do my little spiel here. If you found the information in the video to be of help, please like the video and leave me a comment below. If you didn't like the video, just please downvote the crap out of it. You're not going to hurt my feeling. I'm kidding. I'm going to cry about it. Please be gentle. But what would help me most if you subscribe to the video, hit the notification bell, and that way you'll be notified if and when I'm able to send out videos. No, I'm kidding. Now that I'm starting to streamline the process, I'm going to try to get as many recorded during the weekend so I can release them throughout the week and keep ahead of the path and where I am. I'm trying to get through all of this information as fast as I can because I really need to take this test fast and furious before the end of the year. So I, again, just want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for watching the video. And until next time, you guys have a wonderful day.